Okay, this is the one. I'm feeling good. 1.8 1.1.8 was just released, and there's a bunch of great features baked into this. So 3 of the big ones are custom file extensions. So if you have your own file type that you want to look for, you can now add that extension to ATRIO's processing, and it will extract those files out for you, put them in a subdirectory labeled custom file extensions for each partition that it finds on that drive. The other thing is EXIF metadata for photographs, PDFs, and Office documents. So if you've got GPS coordinates and photos, it'll extract that out, put that into a text file and a CSV for each, a text file for each correlated document or photo that it extracts data from, because there can be a lot of data, metadata that's extracted from that, as well as puts it into a CSV so that you have that if you want to do like a search through and just grab GPS coordinates out of that. It'll also extract out information like the author, when the document was created, not just the file system timestamps, but actually the EXIF data built into the PDFs and the Office documents as to when that file was actually created, last modified, or how many times it's been modified if it's an Office document, for example. So that data is now automatically extracted out and given to the user. You now have the ability to import your own Wi-Fi network settings. Previously, you had to connect an Ethernet cord to the RJ45 jack in the back, but now you can import network settings for Wi-Fi connectivity. We also added the ability to carve an entire EO1 or DD. So if you have an EO1 or a DD that you've previously collected, you can now put that on a drive, connect that to ATRIO, select EO1 as source, and then under carve only, select carve entire drive, and that will basically then go through and carve the entire drive. And that's if you have a file, have an image with a file system that's not recognized or got corrupted or something, or if you just want to carve that entire image, you can now go ahead and do that, and it will go through and carve all of the EO1s or DDs that it finds on that source drive that you provide it. We have improved AI translation performance, so that is sped up. We also now create a hash of the DD. So if you do image only and then create a DD image, it will now hash that at the end, so you have that for your records. And then we've also optimized bulk extractor for our iteration and execution of bulk extractor on ATRIO. So there's some features, some scanners that were built into it by default that we took out that we had never found historically useful or that provided much relevant information. So removing those actually sped up the implementation of bulk extractor on ATRIO. So if you have any questions about these, please feel free to reach out to myself, to Amy, to anyone in our outreach team, and we would love to answer any of those questions for you. We've also got a few tutorials on how to actually use some of these features and what it looks like, the implementation of actually using them. So feel free to check those out, and thanks for watching.